So I've been working in IT since the 1990s. So I've been in the game for a little while now. I actually started off in programming and made the switch over into networking, and cybersecurity really just kind of evolved from there. It was almost a natural extension because with networking, you're always going to be presented with a number of different security threats and challenges. So it's constantly changing. There's new threats that are popping up continuously, and then even things like changes in work patterns, such as obviously with the COVID area and everyone working from home. Uh, it makes every organization have to become a little bit more adaptive to newer threats. So it's never a dull time when you're working in cybersecurity. So, what's nice about the CCT course is it's a very good starting point because it gives you a wide variety of topics and skills that you're going to need to learn to be able to implement this inside of a live environment. You get to see the various different types of day to day activities, you get to actually perform the actions that are leading up to an attack, all the activities and events that you've got to take a look at during an attack on a network, and then what are the repercussions of all of that after an attack has been brought under control. So, for anyone who's new to the cybersecurity world, it gives you a taste of the variety of different scenarios and the activities that are involved. You're not just focused on one small little piece of the puzzle. You're allowed to take a look at all the actions, all of the activities that are going to be involved when it comes to threat management, when it comes to the recovery process. And the more skills that you get, the more versatile that you're going to become, and obviously the greater contribution that you're going to be able to provide to your organization. So, for any training course, especially when you're looking at networking and cybersecurity, hands on is always a great learning tool. Theory is important. I mean, it's important to understand what is going on and why, but theory will only take you so far. You need to be able to learn by doing and seeing everything that's involved, and obviously being able to perform all of the actions. It's great for preparing you for what you're going to encounter when you're running all of this in a live environment. What's also nice about the labs I've found is it allows for some experimentation inside of a safe environment. So the labs give you fully functioning machines, and there is the step-by-step instructions. But if you decide to play a little bit of what if and say, hey, what's going to happen if this were to occur, you have that capability, you have that flexibility. So with the labs, there's a couple of key areas. All the labs were great in order to show you, as I said, the full anatomy of network defense and the attacks, and then obviously the forensics afterwards. The first two labs of the course, which actually demonstrated the various different types of attacks, were actually quite well done, for the fact that for those people who've never seen this before, you really get a taste for how easy it can be done on an unprepared network or an unprepared system. So it really drives the point home as to how proper security is crucial for successful network defense. Towards the end of the course, there was also a forensics lab where you were analyzing a retrieved hard drive and taking a look at any hidden items or deleted items. So that was also a great lab experience. And all of these put together also helps lead towards some of the more advanced courses as well. So with the capture the flag opportunities, it really does help strengthen your skills. When you first go into your labs and you're first learning about the various tactic and techniques, it's nice to have the very linear step by step, go here, click this, type this, so you can familiarize yourself with the process. But afterwards, when you really want to start, putting your skills to the test, taking a look at, here's your objective, go do it, without having the walkthrough step by step. It really helps demonstrate what you've taken away from the training and reinforces your learning that you've accomplished. So, generally speaking, for students who are new to network defense and cybersecurity and risk management, it starts by giving you a well rounded set of skills to get to that comfort level to be able to perform the tasks in the first place, and then look into branching out into further specialties for more in depth on the specific topics that you're going to be interested in. So, as I mentioned already there, with the hands-on, it's always a great activity and able to just reinforce what the theory has been letting you know and teaching you. It's able to go ahead and actually do. Hands-on is always a great tool to build any of your technical skills. So, as I mentioned before, I've been in IT for a while now, and I've been doing certifications for a fair amount of time as well here. So, I've done a variety of different certifications, and that includes cybersecurity certifications. So I've done several through EC Council, from some of the essentials to some of the more advanced as well. Microsoft as well is one of the other big ones that I've done from a variety of topics, but it does include cybersecurity. So I've seen a little bit of everything that's out there. What's nice about the CCT is it really does give you that nice blend of both the theory and the practical. A lot of theory, a lot of details, but once again, a lot of hands-on to go ahead and reinforce that information. And with the exam as well, giving you that blend with just not just the theory, but also having the hands-on questions to be able to go ahead and perform. It's always nice to be able to sit down and do. That's always one of the things that I personally have always preferred. It's just like, give me the environment, let me go ahead and do it, instead of always having to worry about a whole bunch of theory answers. It's more than just remembering the facts. It's being able to perform the activities whenever it's required. Absolutely. So the CCT program gives you, as I said, that good solid foundation into not so much the basics, but a well-rounded look at a lot of the key concepts that's going to be involved with network security. So from there, it's a matter of, where do I want to go next? Do I want to take a look at some offensive tools? Do I want to look at some defensive tools? Do I want to look at some forensics tools? I've done a number of those already over the years, but obviously this helps build upon everything that has been accomplished. So I know personally I'm going to be taking a look at things like the Certified Cloud Security Engineer, and potentially things like the CISO courses as well. So what I liked about the performance-based part of the exam was it was a very realistic scenario. It gave you the scenario, it gave you the information that you need to go and find out, and then just basically it was, go do it. Go find out what the answer is supposed to be, and then obviously provide the answer to be able to be graded on the exam. You had the various different tools at your fingertips, whatever you decided that you needed in order to achieve whatever the objective happened to be, but it just gave you a very realistic scenario as to what you would need to do in the event of a real life situation. So for me, as I've kind of been mentioning a little bit in here, it's the hands-on labs. I mean, the theory is great. I mean, you're going to find the theory in a lot of courses, but for me, it's always the doing. The more time that you can spend the doing, it really helps solidify what you've been learning. So the hands-on labs and the environments that are provided within the hands-on labs gives you a fully functioning set of systems. So it's great to be able to go in there, make everything work, as I said, play around and experiment, so it really helps kind of solidify what you've been learning. So I am currently a full-time employee, so I haven't been getting any additional job offers, unfortunately. But as part of my job, obviously, continued education is huge. So more courses and certifications that I go ahead and get, that does get factored into things like bonuses based on the activities, and can get included in things like my performance review. So it has been included in our recent discussions when it comes to bonuses for this current year.